Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is actually going to be my first video on this new channel that I made. But without further ado, let's get right into this tutorial. Today's lesson is going to be just learning the basics of Rockstar Editor. So obviously the first steps you want to do is make sure you have no restrictions on. I'll leave the link in the bio. Not the bio, the description. Sorry guys, I'm from TikTok. But after that, you're going to record your clip. So to record your clips, you are going to press F1 on your keyboard. Unless you're using controller, then hold down your D-pad and then select the button that says start recording. So let's just drive right down over here. Maybe some lights and sirens. And I think that should be good, so let's just end that. Alrighty. And then I want to get a clip of me running, so I'm gonna just run for like 6 seconds. And I think that should be good. Alright, so now that you got your clips, obviously when you're filming your own scenes, there's gonna be a lot longer and a lot more going on. I just want to show you guys the basics and like walk you through of like what to use and like how I edit my videos. So once you have your clip, you're gonna load into Rockstar Editor and then load in that clips that you just recorded. Once you load it up, you're gonna be greeted with camera, depth of field, effects, audio, speed, position, set, thumbnail, which I don't use, and transition, which I don't use. So we're gonna go into the cameras, and here you're gonna be greeted with game camera, which is just your gameplay. You got the overhead, left, right, rear, and a free cam. So when you're making cinematic videos, you're gonna be using free cam most of the time. And then you can also look at your target, which is anybody that is within the vicinity of your recording. So it could be your player or a bird in the sky, as we can see over here. So to move your camera around, we're going to be using the edit camera all the way down below, and then you can adjust where you want your camera. Let's say I want it over here. You can also move with your player by using the move with target. Just select your player and then click play to see what that does. Next we have blending mode. There is two options in here, which is linear and smooth. These have pretty significant difference in how you use it. Alright, so for linear, I would say I would use it in a situation where my object or subject is stationary in the shot. And then for smooth, I would use it when there's a lot of movement. Say I'm filming a car driving or drifting, I would use smooth in that situation. But it comes down to preference. I just find using smooth blending mode a little bit more appealing to the eye because it's not as rough, as I'll show in a second here. Only catch is the smooth blending mode can be tricky because it requires you to predict where your subject is going to be. Therefore, you need to extend where your camera is going to be by a couple feet or by a lot, depending on how fast your subject is moving. So this placement is going to vary from time to time, but over time you're going to get used to it. So like I said, using the smooth blending mode is really difficult because it requires you to predict on where your subject is going to be. And obviously at times, and depending on how fast your subject is moving, this can be really tricky. But one tip I have for you guys is that I recommend you filming from a bystander POV. What that means is that you're going to be on the side like this, and then you're just going to try to match and keep your subject in the center of your frame at all times. Especially if you're cropping it down to be in TikTok, you want to make sure your subject is in the center. Also, another pro for using a bystander POV is that it makes it really immersive to whatever is going on in your scene. It kind of acts like your audience is actually there. Alright, but as you can see right here, my subject is going way too fast for my camera to track. So we're actually gonna add another keyframe right here, and what you want to do is move the camera a couple feet ahead of your car. That way it knows to pan to that spot faster. As you can see, it's getting a little bit better, but I think it needs to be a little bit faster. So I'm gonna tweak it just a bit over here and drag it back so it pans faster. And let's see here. Okay, yeah, it's getting better. I think I can do it a little bit better. Here, let's see if I can move it back. All right, let's see. Okay, well now I'm going a little bit too fast. So let's move this back here. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit better. Obviously it's not perfect, but this is how it looks in linear blending mode. As you can see, it looks super rough, so that's why I recommend using the smooth, because it makes it look way more appealing to the eye. Alright, so next we have our shakes for our camera movements. There's a different variety of them, but we also have our shake intensity, which means that you can either make it go super crazy or super subtle. You can also adjust the speed. Just play around with those and see what you like. Next we have our depth of field, which is where you can add some like blur in the background. Obviously the higher the percentage, the blurrier it's going to be in the background. You can also adjust your target. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to show you from the top of how I make my video. So we're going to go to game camera, and then from game camera we're going to go to free camera, and then we're going to go to edit camera, and we're just going to put it right over here. So I'm thinking that we get a different kind of shot. I mean, it's kind of the same, but we're going to get a shot of the car passing by. So we're going to let this play a little bit until the car passes about right here. I'm going to add a keyframe. I'm going to move up a bit so I can add movement to my clip. Turn the camera around because obviously we want to track the car passing by us. And then we're going to switch the blending mode to smooth. Add some shake to it. I'm feeling we're going to use air turbulence today. And then add a shake of 7. I'm going to slow it down because I don't want it to be too crazy. And let's see how this is. Okay, so straight off the bat, you can already see that my car is not even in the frame. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go back, just like so, and then we're gonna start adding keyframes, and in those keyframes we're gonna match up the frame to the car. That way the car stays in the frame at all times. Alright, I'm gonna add a keyframe right here, move the camera back to the car, that way we can center it. And then for my next key, I'm actually going to add it a little bit ahead of the car, that way I can kind of manipulate the camera movements to go faster, to pan to the right. Same thing with this keyframe. And the reason why we're doing that is so then the smooth blending knows to go to that certain area faster. So in my opinion, it does look a little bit slow, so I'm gonna add a keyframe right here. I'm gonna make it face the end of the runway. I'm gonna move this back a bit. Okay, so that looks a little bit better, but I'm gonna move this back because it did seem kind of slow. So there we go. Okay. Oh, another thing is that I don't want my clip to just randomly stop right here, so I'm gonna add a keyframe right here, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of movement, and then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna drag this over here a little bit, and then I'm gonna switch the blending mode to smooth, and let's play this back. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, what I did there was that I didn't want my clip to end abruptly, so I added a smooth kind of outro to it. Obviously, I'm not going to use that end piece in the video. I'm just going to cut that part out. But just little details like that will make your whole entire video a little bit more appealing. Alright guys, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. It was just a little basic walkthrough of how to use Rockstar Editor. Hopefully I can inspire you guys to go out and make your own videos. I will be coming out with more tutorials soon, within the next weeks or so. So stay tuned for that. So be sure to subscribe with that notifications on. That way you will never miss a video of mine. And just leave a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. And I'll be happy to answer those. Anyways guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.